Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. So glad you are able to join. I'm just going to give the room just a minute to build and then we will kick off. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so very much for joining. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up before you head out. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, I would kindly ask that you consider subscribing if you enjoy this kind of content. I hope that you all have had an amazing week and that you are just as excited as I am to explore a new brand here on my channel. So this brand is not a new brand. It is a new to me brand. And since making my first purchase, even though this is kind of the first reveal, this is actually not the first bag and not the first video. It's just that this one is going to go live tonight because I'm ready to part ways with the box and quite honestly move into the bag here in the next week or so. So I thought that I would share it tonight. Let me take a look. Let me see if I can get the chat up and see who we have in here tonight. Hello, Roslyn. Happy Sunday. Hello, CF. Happy Sunday, ladies. Thank you so much for joining. Deluxe, happy Sunday. Miss Angie T, welcome in. So glad you were able to join. I hope you ladies again are as excited as I am. So first, let's start with just a little bit of background. Hi, Mono's Beauty. Happy Sunday. So I have mentioned a few times on my channel that I have been slightly obsessed. Hi, Delise. Obsessed with the Dior book tote. High Life Help Now, but not with the price of it. And there are some things about that bag that I believe the brand could have done a lot better. Cassie Thorpe, who is a well-known YouTuber, pointed some of those out. And then our tribe sister, Shani Cole, Happiness and Handbags, or Handbags and Happiness, also did a video a little over a year ago where she actually compared her bag against the pros and cons that Cassie Thorpe actually called out. So if you have not checked out those two ladies' videos, then I would ask that after this live stream ends that you go and first support Shani. Let her know that you came over to support based on tonight. And then if you would do the same thing on Cassie's video, her video is a little bit older. So Furla is an Italian brand. It is well known in Italy. The company has actually been around since 1927. So they are not new on the handbag scene, but they are more widely known, recognized, and accessible overseas, so less here in the U.S. I think there are two retail boutiques, one in New York and then one out in California, so very similar to MCM with their outlets. They only have a retail presence, one on each of the respective coastlines. Furla actually started in 1927 as a small leather goods wholesaler. So they would make all of the leather goods and then sell them to other brands who, of course, then sold them directly to consumers. And they did that for many, many years before naming the brand after a shortened version of the family's last name. So they have, again, been around for a very long time. You will find, if you are searching their site, it to be a very contemporary brand, but they also have lots of bags that I will say are maybe inspired or their twist on a bag that maybe another brand house has already launched. you will find that they have a variety of media that they have that have launched their collections in. So everything from coated canvas and leather and Saffiano to pebbled leathers and smooth leathers and anything in between, including nylon. So you can find a variety of bags in a variety of sizes and styles, and again, in a variety of medium. There are a ton of bags that caught my attention, but because I've been on this Dior kick, it is kind of the bag style that I've pulled the trigger on, and actually had another bag delivered this week that I've been toying on whether or not I was going to do it live because I'm not sure about the color. But I do have another bag in this silhouette that I have already carried, and I was in love with it. And of course, that video was pre-recorded and has not launched yet, but I promise you in the next few weeks it will debut, because I will be doing some traveling and not available on a Sunday. So I will set one of those videos to premiere. This bag I have had for a few months. If I can see the date on this receipt, it looks like March. Yeah, March of this year, March 9th. Of this year, and then I picked up some additional accessories. The bags overall are pretty comparable price wise to what you would find at Dooney and Burke, and maybe even some of the Coach Boutique and Coach Outlet Reserve prices. So that's kind of the price point. Bags they've had maybe 3 different promotions on their website that have constituted sales. I have had bags to ship both from the Northeast as well as from overseas. So I guess it just depends on availability, warehousing, etc. Maybe even the retailer, of course, that I'm purchasing from. So just keep that in mind. The logo on any of the bags are pretty understated. So unless someone is very, very familiar with the arch ethnic motif logo, or if you think about Henry Bendel and some of the bags that they did with the hardware, where the H and the B actually was the clasp, and it, turned and locked and unlocked the actual, or served as the actual closure for the bag, then you will find some of that hardware style with Furla. From an accessories standpoint, I do have some accessories that I'm going to share with you tonight to match the bag that I purchased. I'm not sure yet if I will use all of these together, but I decided that I did not want FOMO to kick in, and I knew that it would be difficult, if not virtually impossible, to track these accessories down to match the bag after it disappeared. So it was a little bit of a labor of love to kind of pull them all together and to try to find the best price. And I will just share that because I was so eager to get them into my collection, 2 of the 3 accessories I ended up paying full price for, because I couldn't figure out what their sales, discounts, promos, their cycle, right? They aren't having sales like every week like Dooney and Burke, or every other week like Dooney and Burke. So I was impatient, and I decided that I had to have them. And then by the time I got those 2, the third one that I wanted actually ended up on sale. So I do, our tribe sister Mono's Beauty actually has a Furla bag video on her channel. She launched her video. I want to say it was back in the March April time frame as well. It is the Furla Candy, which is a relaunch of their Doctors or Boston style bag from back in the day. And that bag was previously launched in a variety of bright summertime colors as well as some metallics. You're welcome, Mo. So please make sure that you go over and check out her video and her channel after this live stream ends as well. And the refurla is because the materials that they being Furla are now using to create those bags. It's actually part of a sustainability project. So all of those materials are actually recycled, but the bags are just as gorgeous as they were when they first launched. They have some semi-repeat colors from before. I think they have different names, but they also have some new colors. And then I also believe that there's a couple of bicolor bags where the base of the bag and the body of the bag are actually two tones, so two different colors. So again, if this brand is new to you or you've maybe not checked them out in a while, then I would absolutely recommend taking a look at Mo's video, the Furla I think it's the Reloaded Candy bag. Mo, correct me in the comments if I got the name wrong. But I do want to make sure that you check out her video, Shani Coles, and then, of course, a much larger YouTuber here in the influencer space, and that is Cassie Thorpe. So here is the box. So it shipped. This bag was actually directly from Furla, and I think this one actually shipped out of Jersey. A couple of the others, again, videos coming later, have shipped from other places, but this one shipped directly from Furla. So if you're curious about how they package, how they ship, we're going to go through all of that tonight. I will show you most of the sides of the box, but not the side that still has my address label on it, because I guess I've got two of them on there. Okay. So the next is, there is this strip to open the box. And I'm trying to think of a brand that has, why do I feel like Kate Spade has boxes that open this way for some of their smaller accessories. Let me see if I can get this. This is not going very graceful here. But let me, okay. It might have been a little easier to get the strip out if it hadn't been sitting for a few months. But, all right. Realized it had tape down here as well. Otherwise, I would have had my box cutter. But we're gonna push through. There we go. All right. And here is my receipt. And then the bag comes in bubble wrap inside the dust cover. And just sit that there and hope it's not in the way. All right. So, couple things about the order process. One is, depending on which retailer, of course, you purchase from, will depend on whether or not you are eligible for Rakuten. If you're not familiar with Rakuten, I equate it to reverse couponing. So Instead of you getting a discount code to apply towards a purchase, Rakuten actually has a percentage of coupon that they will collect then from the retailer that you're making the purchase from. They hold on to those funds, and then once a quarter, they will actually either mail you a check or deposit it directly into your PayPal, the account that you have linked to your PayPal account. So if you are not using Rakuten, you definitely need to, put your reservations aside and start, because it is absolutely real. And if you are not sure, haven't used it, haven't received a check, etc., please get that conversation started down in the comments and in the live chat, because I do know that several of our tribe sisters absolutely use the service and can tell you that the checks deposit, they cash, and they will deposit into your PayPal account. So I have a link down below if you would like to use my current link. I think the promotion is after making your first purchase by using the referral link, they will deposit $30 into your account, $30 into mine, and then at the end of the quarter, in addition to the reverse coupons or rebates that they have collected based on the online purchases that you have made, they will mail you back a check that can then be used towards anything that you would like, including more purchases. So the bag that I picked up is this absolutely gorgeous Furla Opportunity Tote with the butterflies. This is this print is new for 2022. It launched in the spring. I love, love, love the absolute gorgeous detailing in this bag. These bags are all jacquard, so they are a textured fabric that is interwoven, and this one actually has a little bit of a mix between the weave pattern and a little bit of kind of a pressed smooth finish in the fibers. But I absolutely love the detail in this print. It screams spring. It has such a neutral color palette though that you could carry it year round, but the butterflies make it light and whimsical, as our tribe sisters says, what a military mom would say, and I absolutely love it. Now again, I have not carried this one, but this is my fourth, fifth. Hold on, let me count. This is the fourth. This is the fourth opportunity tote. But it was the second one that I purchased. The most recent arrival, I'm not sure about that one yet. So stay tuned. I love this. I absolutely love it. It has 5 feet under the bottom. And considering this is, again, a textured bag, that I have purchased Scotchgard to spray on it just to make sure that it stays absolutely gorgeous. But it has 5 feet under the bottom. It's going to protect the bottom of this bag so that it is never resting directly on this beautiful jacquard print. And it's one of those style details that the larger, better, in my opinion, brands do to make sure that there's longevity in the use and wear of the bag, right? So that those feet will help. I also personally have not seen or heard anything about whether or not you should or should not Scotchgard your bag. But the beauty of this one is it's mine, and I can Scotchgard it or not. The jacquard is I think the dominant color, of course, in the butterflies is blue, but there is a little bit of red, and I'm going to try to, hold on, give me a second. There is a little bit of red, which caught my eye. And there is also, of course, this taupey neutral color, which I have been on a kick now for a very long time. There is very little leather on this bag, but it does have leather. And I think that is one of the things that I like about this silhouette that the Dior did not have. The Dior book tote straps are all jacquard. So the same jacquard that is used for the bag is what the handle, even the top, is made out of. One of the things that I think Furla did much, much better than Dior is that they placed leather here at the top, because you're going to carry this bag either top handle or likely over the crook of the arm. Now, there is another carry option, and I'll show you that once we get ready to move into the inside. But considering the wear and tear and the fact that jacquard is fabric, and we know that with a lot of friction, fabrics can peel, threads can get loose, all of those things that are just absolutely terrible about jacquard, they fixed that in their version. And again, a fraction of the price of the Dior book tote. The other thing that I like, of course, is going back, is they put feet on the bottom of this bag. The next thing that I like is, while they could have taken the jacquard and just doubled it over and made the seams or the edging of the bag, they actually applied a little bit more durable, a little stiffer jacquard here on the edges that not only pulls from the colors in the bag, but it also provides a bit of structure, and it's going to be able to take a bit more rugged wear and tear without having the issues that this jacquard brushed and woven, that's the word I'm looking for, pattern would not be able to take. Again, which is also the reason that in those high usage, those tension areas most frequently touched and used, they decided to incorporate some different style elements, which I absolutely love. Okay, let's move to the inside of this bag, as if the outside doesn't just absolutely speak volumes. Let's talk about some of the things that they did in the inside that I absolutely love. So the first is a couple of the other totes that I have purchased. They have dark linings, which is like the kiss of death for me with a bag. I just like having bags that have brighter, lighter interiors so that the inside of the bag does not turn into a bottomless black hole. Well, Furla got it right with this bag, because they continued in the inside with a light, almost khaki colored lining. Now, this bag lining, it's going to get dirty if you don't take care of it. So if you've got loose pins or loose lipstick or makeup or whatever that's not corralled, you will likely see some soiling and wear on the inside of this bag. It works with the bag insert that I have, that I use inside my leisure shoppers, that I've used inside of my Bowery tote, my Bowery satchel from Henry Bendel. I've used it inside, I want to say I've used it inside my Dreamer. I've used it inside my MCM large Clara. I've used it inside the Clara Tote. Um, I've used it inside of my Brooklyn. It works in a ton of different bags. So the organizer that I have works. I will tell you, in the first bag that I bought, I started with the organizer in, and then quickly changed my mind and went to pouches, and I enjoyed it much better with the pouches. You have a band with the logo or the name here on the back wall. You have a zipper pocket, and then not collared in leather or jacquard, but it also has two slip pockets there. And so very similar to my, to the SDS, the standard Dooney setup that most of us are very familiar with. This bag has, it has a tag sewn into the seam, which is not here or there. There is leather on the sides of the name strip, because I'm ill prepared. I actually prepared for another bag for tonight and then changed my mind at the last minute. Anyway, the other thing that this bag does that the others do not is this bag comes with loop options here on the side, so that if you wanted to add a shoulder or crossbody strap, you can. Now, it does not come with one, and then, but you have the option if you find one maybe in a navy or khaki or something else, and you want to expand the carry versatility of this bag, you do have that option. Now, couple of the bags that I purchased had the leather tabs here that you can put your strap hardware in, but I do have one that has metal hardware here that I think works even better. The hardware, I guess the only hardware on the bag is the zipper pull here on the zip pocket on the back wall, and it does have Furla engraved into the hardware, which is one of those, again, details that I think some brands omit or take for granted in their production process, that they miss some of those little details to offer a bit more branding. But if you look at this bag, if you are not familiar, then I bet you are probably even missing the one place that the name appears. Well, I guess it's two on this side. It's here, and then there's another place here. So blends right into the design. If you didn't know what you were looking for, or in some cases, you probably didn't even notice it until I pointed it out. And my camera isn't reversed, so of course it's going to look backwards here. But there's two on that side, none on this side. And I love that from a placement standpoint, they actually got it right on the front and the back. So here it is on the other side, but I'm not seeing it anyplace else. And then neither of the side panels have it. So it really allows for the print, it allows for the butterflies to fly, butterflies to flourish, because it's not overwhelmed with logos and prints and names and other things that could absolutely be distracting. Now, these handles, they did the same thing for the first one, but I think it's a little bit of the way that it was packaged And once they relaxed, I didn't have any issues with the first one that I carried. And I'm certain this one will not cause me issues either. Let's take a look at the interior yet again so that you can see how these straps are attached. Let me see if that's, yeah, that might be better. Okay, so these straps or handles may not be for everyone because they do not collapse. And if you find that they have collapsed, then I don't know that there is a way to get them to stand up again. So that is huge in the storage, in the carry, to make sure that you're protecting the structure of the straps so that they don't get bent out of shape and wonky, and then, you know, they're flopping over or inside the bag. So let's just take a look at this. So I love that. Any solid color, like, I don't care whether you're in jeans and a t-shirt or button down or shorts or dress or a business suit. I just think that this bag speaks for itself. It can be playful because of the print, but it can also be uber chic and go straight from happy hour or brunch straight to a business meeting or closing on a house or negotiating a contract. It just, for me, it is gorgeous, understated style. So that is the bag, and I cannot wait to Scotch guard it to make sure that the light texture does not pick up any soiling. So that is the bag. Now that I have the bag, let's talk about the accessories. And here is the dust cover, comes plenty large enough. The way that I have the others stored is the handles are actually kind of sticking out the top, and then I draw the drawstring top and tie it so that the handles remain upright. So just in case you were curious about that. Okay, so let's start with an accessory. This one shipped, okay, all right, so I can be geographically challenged at times, but this accessory actually shipped out of Turkey. And I don't know if anybody else has seen where they are wanting to change the pronunciation of the name because they don't want to be known as the big bird that everyone enjoys during the holiday season. But anyway, but this bag, I ordered this at the start of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and given the proximity, I thought this is a long shot. It's probably not going to ship, or who knows how long it will take to get things in and out of that region of Europe. It took 4 days. There are companies that are right here in the U.S. that can't get stuff from the East Coast or the West Coast, or sometimes right here in the very same city in 4 days. So they did an amazing job. I was very, very pleased. It came with a dust cover as well, and this is the matching cosmetic. Gold tone hardware, matching zipper. The leather here matches the leather on the top handles, as well as those leather tabs on the interior sides of the name strip. It also has strategic placing of Furla in the background. Leather, big butt bottom cosmetic, but no feet. From an interior, well, it has a zipper pull that is the same as the zipper pull in the bag. They did not skimp or change the size dimensions. It is a substantial zipper pull. And then in the interior, they maintain the same light colored lining. So I don't think it has organization in it, but yeah, I retract that statement. It absolutely does have a like a card slot here, or if you are a compact user, it would be a great place for you to stick your blotting powder or blotting papers or compact, or throw your debit card or an ID in there. So it is going to get a lot. It will hold a lot because it is domed. It is soft, so you're going to have some flexibility, and it has a big butt. So this piece is actually, I think, on sale as a part of the summer clearance on, it's either on Farfetch or on Furla. So if you're interested in the accessory, I think it's down now to like 60 something or $70. This was one piece I couldn't wait on, so I paid full price for it. Don't judge me. I wanted the complete set, and I pulled the trigger and have not regretted it one bit. Let's take a look here. Again, perfect. And where would I have found accessories to match? Yes, I have a large wristlet from Coach that has butterflies on it. And it probably would pull some of the blue colors, but it's just different. It may get thrown in the mix as a wallet, but there we go. And I'm going to just drop that in so that you can see what kind of space we have in here. But let's move on to the next accessory. And yeah, this one I got on sale. And I think I waited and just kept waiting and waiting and waiting because I didn't want to spend that much on such a small piece. Comes in a box. Comes with a teeny tiny little dust cover. And this one actually came from Farfetch. So I found an influencer that had a promo code and it worked. So this, I should have gotten a Coach or Dooney card case to show you from a comparison standpoint. But I'll do this just so that you know it's not a small card case. It's actually considered a small wallet. So here we have the pattern. I kind of wish this was a little bit better centered, but I guess they make up for it with an outside slip pocket from an organization standpoint. And then this one kind of has a better placement of the butterfly. So that is that. And then it has hardware here. So if you wanted to put a wristlet strap on it, you could, but I don't think it came with one. I don't remember seeing one online. No, it does not. But if you have one, you could easily add it for versatility if you wanted to just use it as a small wallet. Hardware as well. There you go. You can see Furla engraved there in the zipper pull. So it's a little easier to show you on this than the other two pieces. But it's on both sides. And then look at this. Accordion style. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections for organization. If you are a denim girl, if you have like the dreamer last year, 2 years ago, and you're looking for accessories, just plain denim pieces, look how gorgeous this will go with so many of your denims or neutrals or blacks or, taupes, naturals, Florentines, the camels. I thought it was gorgeous. So I got it. And I think it will fit inside one of the interior pockets. But notice on the wallet that the trim is leather piping. So again, the leather that is on the cosmetic, the leather that is on the top handles of the Opportunity Tote, that piping is carried through on this piece, which I really like, as opposed to using the jacquard edging like on the bag, because this is in and out, hands all over it. It needs that piping in order to not show the wear. So there is that, and I'm going to just see if this one will fit in the pocket, and it will. So you can see it's in the back pocket, and you can see that even with that pretty large cosmetic, there's still tons of space in the bag, not only on the base, but you also have some north-south space still available. The last item, and I could not wait for this one to go on sale. I wasn't even seeing some of the accessories at the time. This one I purchased from Farfetch as well at a different time. It was a couple weeks later, and it shipped from an overseas retailer that, kind of like the Farfetch kind of functions like the Amazon. So Vitkac, Vitkac is who this one came from, and they did a great job, packaging, mailing, shipping. This one took about a week to get here. The card case was about 4 days as well. So none of the shipping took a long time. So here we go. Another dust cover. So every piece that I purchase has its own separate storage case, which I love. It's going to help make sure that jacquard doesn't get disturbed unnecessarily, so that it doesn't show extra wear. So the zip around wallet. So no outside pocket, but I don't know that I would have wanted that on the wallet. And then inside has 6 card slots. So 3 here in the center and 3 on this side in the center. It does seem a little odd to me that they, instead of putting 2 stitches on each side, that they didn't just run one single stitch up the middle and provide twice as many card slots on both the front and the back wall of the wallet. So this was a little odd to me, because I'm not really sure what I would do unless I'm rolling cash really flat, like y'all know how you fold, bills over and over. That may work, but then I'm wondering if it's going to get caught in the zipper. It just, the inside of it, even online, even though I had to have it, it was just a little odd to me. I love the fact that it has a center zip, so you can put coins or cash or whatever else, overflow cards, whatever you wanted to put in there. The hardware, again, zipper pull, has Furla on both the interior and the outside zipper pocket. And then, just as odd as this situation is, there are actually 2 additional card slots on each side of the zipper. So I'm just thinking, I like this. I actually kind of wish more brands now would do this. But this wallet would have been completely over the top for me if instead of the center, they again split and I had card slots on both sides here and here, plus the additional ones on the sides of the coin. And then, of course, you have this gusseted space. Now, I have a Galaxy Note 8. I think this is an 8 because I'm well overdue for a phone upgrade. It just has not been a priority. But as you can tell, it's the size of and my screen's dirty. It is the size of my phone, so it's not gonna go in there. And if it goes, it's definitely not gonna zip. But I had to have it. I had to have it because again, it's perfect. Now I don't know that I'm gonna use them all together. I probably will the first couple of times though, because I just will. Or at least let me rephrase that. I will. No, I think I can use them all. Yeah. Because I'll probably just use the small wallet for like my gas card, my insurance card, AAA, kind of like the overflow cards, or non-purchase cards like reward cards, Ulta, Sephora, etc. Use this one actually for my wallet, and then I still have the cosmetic. So I probably should have pulled out the bag organizer. But there you have it. Small wallet, cosmetic, and then a full zip around wallet. And if that's bothering somebody, it's so tiny it just gets lost down in there. Let's take a look at the bag back wall zipper pocket, because the zipper pocket starts here and it goes to the bottom. See my finger right there? It goes to right there. So it is a really generous sized pocket. Let's see here. No issues with the small wallet or card case, whichever one you want to call it. And then the wallet should actually go in there as well with no issues. So if you wanted your wallet secure or in a zipper section, no issues. I'm sure you can get both of them in there. Yep. Now that's going to intrude a little bit on the interior of the bag because it's going to gusset just a little bit, but you'll still be able to zip it closed. So I really, really like this. The cosmetic, the card case or small wallet, and the zipper wallet. All right, so let's see. Is there an easy way for me to get all of this in one shot? Okay, so there we go. That is a lot of intricate detail. And again, considering the price of the bag, because these bags regular retail for $348. $348. This bag was $348 a year ago. And by this, I mean the opportunity tote, not this style, because this is new 2022. But the brand has not had the price increases that some other brands have had. Now, I'm not going to say that they won't ever or that there's not one coming. I don't know that. I'm still getting acclimated to the brand, but considering just what a Nolita cost, or even a Neverfull, or pick anything else, a large Florentine satchel, nearly every single one of those have had at least one, if not multiple, price increases, and this one is still selling for the same price that it was last year. Now, maybe I shouldn't have pointed that out online because they may reconsider if anybody from Furla ever watches, but just so that you know, $348 has kind of been the going price. So there you've got again, the leather. So if I wanted to put a brown strap on, it works. Throw all of this in here. Of course, all of those are empty, but there's a little bit of, I don't know if you can, just a little bit. Is that sagging? Which I carried with all my usual stuff in there. A base shaper or bag organizer did help minimize that. But even with my full carry, it never got weighted or heavy enough that the bag, it really sagged or buckled. There is a little bit of structure here at the bottom. You can see the seam detailing to add this bottom on is absolutely amazing. And again, 5 gold, they almost look rose gold on camera, feet under the bottom of the bag for stability and to protect the jacquard fabric. So again, while this is not the first one, when you see the first one, whenever that video goes up, I go into a lot more detail on the brand, but I knew that if I continued to wait on this one, then the summer will have escaped me and I will not have carried it for the time of year that I originally wanted to carry it. But I cannot wait for the fall to pair this with like my camel, my cream coat. I've got a red coat. It is just going to be gorgeous against those solid colors. My red coat, however, sometimes has a tendency to bleed color transfer. So again, another reason why I am going to ensure that I spray Scotch Guard the bag all the way up to the leather before I do an initial carry. And then I will also likely spray the leather to make sure that it is protected as well. Now, this leather should not patina like a natural vacchetta or even a natural Florentine getting darker. It will show some darkening and wear, but it is not going to fully color transform like some of those other lighter colored leathers do, with the oils and transfer from your hands and then just the natural sunlight. So I love it. And the packaging, the shipping, the dust cover, the features of the bag, I love it. And it is lightweight. It is so light, which is helpful because y'all know I carry like 99,000 pounds worth of stuff in my bag, especially when I'm traveling. So the fact that this bag starts out pretty light but is also structured has been a plus. I have traveled with the bag, and while it does not have any kind of closure on the top, so I probably should have pointed that out, it does not have a closure. I still did not have issues with the bag staying upright. Now, I will say that I've traveled, but it hasn't been on a plane yet because the top handles concern me about going under the seat, because that's all kinds of wrong. And then the idea of a bag that does not secure, with me laying it open on its side during takeoff, taxi, takeoff, and landing, that is not ideal. So I haven't done it yet. I haven't done that yet. But as far as traveling by car, it managed that with no issues. And I also attached one of my Michael Kors webbed straps to that bag. And even though I had it, it was really rare that I used it, because it's a pretty big bag, and I don't think, for me, carrying it crossbody just is, it's going to add too much width already, on my side. So just so you can see what I'm talking about, I just think that it's too big to carry as a crossbody bag. And then, of course, the top handles are going to stand up the entire time. So that I've tried it on that way, and it just absolutely drove me crazy. So while I like the option, it's not a viable carry option as a crossbody strap for me. But to attach a strap to add a different styling detail or element to the bag, or if you found one that was absolutely perfect for this particular print, then you could absolutely add it in based on the bags, the loops here on the side. So that is it for me for the Furla Opportunity Tote. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up and to let me know in the comments what you think of this bag, this brand. I've been impressed. It was something different, lightweight, gorgeous for the season, gorgeous as transition pieces from one season to the next, and the neutral colors and the details I thought made it something special to add to my collection. So thank you so very much for watching. Until next time, I do hope you find something that feeds your addiction. Take care, everyone.